Hortensia, Hortensia, McFarland, McFarland.
Hortensia, tell us a little bit about, you're one of several women that we've seen here wearing black today. Tell us a little bit about that initiative and why you decided to participate.
The initiative was about us being in unity. We all came out together as one sisterhood, and we decided to come out and support the right to vote. It's a privilege, and that's what we want everybody to understand. It's a privilege, and we don't take that for granted. And so we came out as one body to support the voting election system, and that is a privilege.
One of the things did you watch the debate last night?
I did.
One of the biggest topics last night on the table is women's rights. And both candidates talked about that a little bit. They kind of scratched the surface, but got a few details in there. As a woman, how important to you, and if you want to share which candidate speaks to you, that's fine. But in general, when it comes to decisions about your body, how do you feel about you making your own decision or having guidance or influence, if you will, from government decisions?
Well, I think you have the right to make your own decisions. I don't think you need the government to make decisions for you, but sometimes you do need the government to step in, because if a certain political party, comes up with laws that goes against you making your own choice, then sometimes it's important for the government to stand in. But I think it's important that we make our own choices for our bodies. But government has to step in at times. If you have a party that's in office and they come up with laws that goes against you making your own choice.
Do you think either candidate has finally changed the minds of undecided voters? Do you think last night's debate helped change the mind of the undecided voter?
I think so. I'm going to go in and say I think Obama did a great job laying out all of his plans and ideas, and he was specific, and he didn't beat around the bush. So I thought he did a great job. And if there were anyone that was undecided, I think he did a great job of just expressing in details what he's about and what he plans to do.
And last question for you, moving forward, because today is just the first day of voting. We have several more days to go. What would you say to those at home who, the woman voter, what would you say to her if, she hasn't decided yet, or if she's not sure if she's even going to vote, or she's kind of taking her time? What would you say to her?
Like I said, the main thing I would say to any woman and any person in general is that I don't take for granted that we have the right to vote, because in other countries, women don't have the right to vote. And in particular, if you think about the young lady that was shot in the head in the Middle East, just because she wanted women to have an education. So I think we need to remember it is a privilege to vote, and we shouldn't take it for granted. If female or not, we shouldn't take it for granted.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'm very excited. I would say we have at least 200 to 300 women today, African American women, and I think we all recognize how important this election is. It's a very close election. There's a lot at stake, and we cannot afford to go back to the same policies that got us in this trouble today. So we're encouraging women to come out, to vote, to empower them to be a part of the community. And I'm especially proud that we have so many college students here today, because those are our future leaders.
I know you were at the polls last year. I know you voted, but then also we're going out there. What are your thoughts about the turnout last year from what you saw?
Well, I think that there's a lot of excitement, and it's up to us to keep that momentum going, not just today, but to make sure that every day that we turn out as strong voices like this to vote, to make sure that our votes do count. We also encourage people to make sure that they have their photo IDs, and so after the debate, we also bring some of their moms, their grandparents, and their grandfathers, and uncles, and church members back as well, because we know that the photo ID is a barrier. It's particularly targeted to people who look like us, to women, to those who are disabled, to minorities, and we just got to make sure that we just don't let this stop us. It may slow us down a little bit, but it certainly will not stop us. We're more determined that we're turning out the vote as a result of these barriers that have been put up, the artificial barriers that have been put up to prevent us from voting.
Last night was a very heated at times. He was pretty aggressive debate, but that debate is having
Well, I think most people realize that Governor Romney was flip-flopping, that he changed his stance on many of the issues that are important to women, such as our right to choose, insurance, even on foreign policy, and they recognize that we have a lot of food that we have to
make sure
those
cell
persons
phones
who
are off.
have our interests at heart and won't just say it just to get a vote.
It's just the first day.
Right.
There's 7 more days of voting. Anywhere that you might have to go to first,
I said go early. Go early. We're encouraging everybody to vote early because this is an unusual year which will require the voter ID. We expect problems at the vote. So we encourage people to vote early so if there are problems, we have an opportunity to address them. However, if you wait on election day, there's just one shot and you may not have an opportunity to make sure that your vote counts. So vote early.
Good morning to you. And let me ask you, I'm sorry, for the record, spell your first and last name. I mean, we know Boyd, but we always want to get it on record.
Yeah, I'm with Boyd, which is THEBHILUS.
Let me ask you all both, do you all typically early vote or have you early voted before? Why early vote?
Well, earlier vote just to demonstrate our new faith in our family. That this is one of the greatest privileges we have in America. And we should do it as early to demonstrate our commitment.
I take it you all watched the presidential debate last night. What are your thoughts about that? What are some of your takeaways from last night's debate?
Well, Obama still has it. The first debate that he had was very unimpressive to me. But last night we witnessed the return of President Obama.
Early voting before?
No. I just wanted to, I don't know, just get it taken care of early so I don't have to worry about like the rush of the actual election.
Well, with you, you're fairly young. What are some of the topics that are of great concern to you right now?
I think my main concern is student loans because it's something that affects me as well as the economy. I would say those two.
Okay. And one of the other things, did you watch the debate last night?
Yes.
They talked about a number of different topics. One topic in particular they talked about was government's interaction with decisions that women make about their body when it comes to birth control, when it comes to abortion. Do you believe that either candidate made a really good case for what it is that they want to do? And what are your thoughts about that?
I feel like they are concerned about women and our rights, in my opinion. I don't know. I think
that's right. They came in. They came in
ideas are a little bit.
That's fine. I still count
as far as women's rights.
And how do you think about that? What are your thoughts that, someone says that you can or cannot do this? What are your thoughts about that? Whether it be, Governor Romney or anybody?
I think it should be a one-on-one choice.